Welcome to Exploring D-Rob. Let's go. Roughly enough parking here for probably 25 to 30 cars. Got a few handicap spots. Bathrooms as well. You do have to have reservations, but there is a campground here off the back of the parking area. So this is a shared parking area with the campground. Just before you get to this parking area, there's horse parking. So if this is full, I think there's a sign here somewhere that says overflow parking there. But I got here early, so there was plenty of parking when I got here. Good morning, welcome back. Down in the Smokies today. Stopping here on the way back home. I'm going to go to a falls I've not been to before. Mouse Creek Falls. I'm going to take the Big Creek Trail out to Mouse Creek Falls. Be going by Midnight Hole, which is a real popular swimming hole. Got a little falls there too. May wind up photographing that. Let's head on out to Mouse Creek Falls. Let's go. As you pull in, down here's parking. You actually go past the trailhead. Trailhead's here just out on a little curve. Be the Big Creek Trail. Headed out to Mouse Creek Falls, 2 miles from the trailhead here, so round trip should be right at 4 miles. I believe the total elevation gain between here and the falls is somewhere around 500 feet. But I think the trail itself's pretty gradual all the way, because I believe this trail is an old railroad bed. So I'd say there's not any big elevation changes up through here. It is a horse trail as well though, so you gotta watch out for horse poop. I was hoping for at least partly cloudy today, but as you can see, a lot of sunshine shining in ahead of me here. On the way here, saw a lot of blue skies through the fog, so maybe I'll get lucky and some clouds will show up when I get to the falls. Make for a little better photography, but we're here, so whatever we get to, what we're gonna have to work with. It is a Tuesday morning, but later in the day today, I think it's supposed to get up into the 80s, so I'm gonna try to make good time on out to Mouse Creek Falls and try to get it photographed. I imagine by the time I get back out of here, there could be people swimming at Midnight Hole. Yep, the sun found me already. This is only my second waterfall hike in the Smokies. Not that I don't like the Smokies, I just never make it down this way. The other waterfall I visited in the Smokies was over on the Tennessee side. Stopped at Laurel Falls one morning on my way down to North Carolina on one of my fall trips. If I can find a few images from that trip, I'll pop those up right now. Roughly a mile in on the trail, the creek is slowly getting closer to the trail. Whenever you first start out the trail, the creek is considerably further away from the trail, probably 50 yards or more maybe. Probably down to about, I don't know, say 20 yards now. I'm sure the further we go out through here, the closer we get to the creek, as they're both gradually easing up the hill. By the sounds of it, lots of cascades along the creek. Probably be a lot of photo ops once the trail gets closer to the creek. Not sure how well it shows up on video. This is about the grade the whole trail's been so far. Real gradual. Nothing very steep at all. Pretty cool find here just off the trail. I've always wanted to photograph some of these. I'm pretty sure this is what's called Dead Man's Fingers. Trail's getting considerably closer to the creek. Coming up on a little bridge here where drainage crosses the trail. Judging by mileage on my app, we should be getting pretty close to Midnight Hole as well. As you come up the trail, you'll notice several cutoffs that cut over to the creek. It looks like a small falls there. So there's several of those up along Big Creek. I'm going to go to the farthest point first, which is going to be Mouse Creek Falls. May stop by some of these on the way back through, maybe if I have time. I can see Midnight Hole down to the left here. Not seeing any signage, but just shy of a mile and a half in, you'll reach Midnight Hole. Let's step down here real quick. Not going to go all the way down there just yet. Hopefully I can photograph it on the way back through, but here's Midnight Hole. Nice little waterfall over at the deep spot. Comes by that big rock. I'd say if there's swimmers later, there'll be people jumping off of that big rock. Finally remembered to look this flower up the other day. Kind of resembles a fairy's one, but you see these leaves here is the base of it. This is beetleweed. Not far past Midnight Hole. Trail gets considerably closer to the creek. Real nice cascades all up through here. Looks like an endless opportunity of photo ops. I'll have to try to get in on some of those on the way back out of here probably. As long as Mr. Sunshine don't make photography impossible. Catching some hill shade along the trail right now. Hopefully whenever I get to Mouse Creek Falls, I'll be lucky enough to have the same conditions. According to my app, real close to the 2 mile mark, so thinking we should be getting pretty close to the where Mouse Creek runs into Big Creek. So we should be to the falls about any time. Well, just as I mentioned that, here's the cutoff. Here's the horse tie-off. Walk over through here, and I'm pretty sure I just caught a glimpse of the falls. Looks like people decided to ride the horses on over here. Oh yeah. Here they are. Mouse Creek Falls. Well, before the sun gets any further over, I'm gonna get the camera out real quick. Try to get some shots into this falls before the light gets too contrasty. You can see there's a lot of sun already hitting in here where I'm at. Well, definitely gonna have to get on down to creek level here. 35 millimeters just ain't cutting it from across the creek, so get in a little closer for some photography. Alright, from up there, you can come down this left side, or there's a right side that brings you over on that rock up there. For photography purposes, I feel like the left side's probably the best side to come down. Get this angle here. And before the sun gets on up here, I'm gonna put the camera away, get the Canon out, see if I can get some shots of this thing. Mouse Creek Falls. Well, I think I wound up with a few decent images from here. And then since the sun was out, I decided to incorporate it. I think I got a shot similar to this with a sun star. If any of my shots from here turned out any good, here they are. Little cascades here just above the falls on Big Creek. Nice little scene up the creek here. A lot of nice cascades along Big Creek, really. Here's straight on at the falls, and you can still see one of the cascades to the right there. Came with a shot similar to that. Got some more cascades just below the falls. Sun shining in through the trees down through there, making a really nice scene down the creek as well. Might try to get a couple more images, and I'll wrap it up here at Mouse Creek, and we'll head back towards the trailhead. Signage and most of the apps you're going to look at says that this is 2 miles to the falls. According to my track, from parking out here to the falls, just a touch over 2 miles. So I'm going to say round trip out and back to Mouse Creek Falls is probably about 4.1 miles. Got here early today, got lucky. I've had Mouse Creek Falls all to myself for probably 45 minutes or maybe a little longer. So timed this just right. Sun wasn't too harsh in here, so hopefully I came away with some good images. If I did, I'm sure you've probably already seen them. I'm going to pack up now and head on back down the trail. If you've watched my last couple videos, you know that I've talked about been hiking with a hurt knee. It's slowly getting better. On the way here, just looking at my app, I averaged about a 2.5 mile per hour pace, which is considerably better than what I have been doing. So hopefully that's a sign that I'm getting back to normal. Here's a nice little run of cascades down from Mouse Creek Falls along Big Creek. Looks like a little deep hole right here. I'm sure that gets used for swimming in the summertime. A lot of sun shining in here, pretty contrasting. Don't think I'm going to stop photograph this. Neat little area to check out if you come. Just above Midnight Hole here. I feel like similar shot up the creek here is where a lot of people come with the fall. They're getting the shot up the creek there with the fall color. Maybe this fall, whenever I make my North Carolina trip, I'll be able to stop by here and maybe I can get that shot this fall. We'll see how that pans out. Coming back down to Midnight Hole now. Not seeing anybody down here right now, so let's stop and check it out. Not sure if I'll photograph it or not. Depends on what the sun looks like. Did finally pass the first two people I've seen today on trail. Two older ladies hiking out up towards Mouse Creek Falls. Mouse Creek Falls. The sun's not really hitting in here, so I might go down here and try to photograph this. Right around half a mile between Midnight Hole here and Mouse Creek Falls. So you're roughly a mile and a half into the trail before you really get to either of the major features. Water is super clear here. Definitely see why it's a swimming hole. Nice little falls over on the other side of the hole. And it looks like the sun is over behind the hill, so I do believe I'll get the camera out and see if I can get a few shots. Shot this fairly simple comp here, got it framed up with these two trees. Got a shot similar to this here. Sun's slowly starting to creep in here. I'm gonna try to work my way over into those cascades a little bit maybe. See if I can get that in the foreground. Maybe get both sides of the falls there in the image as well. I think I found the comp I like here. I'm gonna have these cascades in the foreground, leading up towards the falls. Flip the camera up vertical. That way I can have the foregrounds close. Looks like we got a few white clouds starting to blend in to the all blue sky we had earlier this morning. Maybe more of those will come around. Still probably won't be incorporating them in any shots. Makes for a whole lot prettier sky when there's little clouds involved. Anyway, enough blabbing. We're shooting this thing. Here's the shot. My knee ain't carrying much for standing on these slick rocks, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. One last look at Midnight Hole. Sat down for a second to rest before hitting the trail again. Came across this comp that I liked really well, aiming back down the creek, following the cascades as a leading line. If these turned out any good, here's the shot. Back on trail, wound up spending a little longer than I meant to there at Midnight Hole. Wound up having good hill shade, so wound up shooting a lot more shots than I figured I would. The sun's got on up a little higher now, so I'm guessing that I'll probably just be hiking on back out to the trailhead without making any more stops. Starting to get far enough down the trail that the creek's going to get further away from the trail as well. So, unless I come across something interesting, I'll probably see you back at the trailhead or parking. Just happened to spot this little guy trailside sunning, little garter snake. Naturally, now that I'm back close to the trailhead, the clouds and the light that I'd like to have had all morning has showed up finally. It's usually the way it goes for me. Getting back down to the trailhead here, out and back to Mouse Creek Falls is just a hair and under 4.2 miles. Good hike for sure. Nice falls at the end. Got some real nice features along Big Creek along the way. Definitely worth checking out if you come to the Smokies. It's time for me to head on out of here. If you would, be sure to give me that thumbs up. If you like my channel, be sure to subscribe. Hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.